Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a full face of makeup with everything I got from the Ulta sale. My last video was the haul. So if you guys want to see just a haul of everything that I got, we did some swatches. It was super fun. It felt like a FaceTime. So make sure you guys watch that after this video. But today we are trying out all the new makeup products. You guys, I am always an Ulta girl. I talk about this all the time. Ulta over Sephora. Always. So if you guys want to hang out with me, it's the weekend. I love uploading on the weekend because I feel like I give you guys something to watch while you guys are getting ready to go on date night, or for the girls, or honestly just get ready to look hot in pictures. So if you guys want to hang out with me and see all this new makeup tested, let's get into it. Girls, we are starting off the video looking a little crazy. I have been wanting to use these every night since I got them, but I specifically wanted to use them on camera and get like my first impressions. So these are the MetaHeal Collagen Ampule Pads. This basically has, let's read what it says. My little TikTok thing. Daily treatment pad that offers optimized solution for those with various skin troubles due to external and pause. I don't even know what that just said. What I do know is that collagen is really good for your skin, and the older you get, the more collagen you lose in your face. And I'm turning 26 years old this year in June. So I figured as much collagen as we can get in our face, let's put it on our face. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. These do feel like a sheet mask. I thought they were gonna be mesh for some reason. I think just honestly, based off of what I've seen online, I came to my own conclusion that they were going to be like a thinner pad. And I'm not sure how much you can see, but these are very, very wet. Like they have a lot of juice in them, which obviously is good because that's what you want to be on your face. But I'm a big texture person, you guys. I don't like certain textures, and I hate the feeling of sheet mask on my face. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but this is from the brand Checker. They have a lot of cute, dainty jewelry. I also love the chain because I feel like it's so small that it literally sparkles like diamonds. And my top is falling down. It also looks like I'm naked. I'm not. This is from Garage. These are so cute. I actually got these at a Morphe event. There was a vendor there. I think the brand is called Atika. I'll leave it linked down below, but these are so beautiful, very high quality. Like you can tell they're really sturdy. And then I always just have my two Van Cleef bracelets on. So let's let these sit and pray that our face is super glowy when we come back, because I'm not doing all this. New lip balms. These are called the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balms. This one is in the shade Strawberry Cake, and it's actually what I'm wearing on my lips right now. You guys know I always like to prep my lips with something before I start doing my makeup, so by the time we get to the end, everything is all nice and moisturized. And obviously supposed to be a dupe for the Summer Fridays lip balms, which I've actually never tried, but you guys know I have tried these, the ColourPop Fresh Kiss lip balms. These, I've talked about that they're so hydrating and glossy at the same time. Like I'm obsessed with these. Well, this is literally the same exact thing, and I think this is a few dollars cheaper. I know this is $8. I have to check how much this is. Oh, yes, they are almost all dry. Oh, yeah. Okay, this definitely had two on there, so keep that in mind. How glowy. Okay, there's still some product on my forehead. Okay, well, there is no denying that my face looks very hydrated, and it feels almost like a little bit more firm, but not in a bad way. It feels very bouncy, and I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it's super ready to put makeup on top of, which makes me really excited. I think we're gonna do the Lumi Glotion all over the face just to see what kind of coverage it gives, because I'm so used to e.l.f. Halo Glow, I genuinely don't know what this is supposed to be like. And of course, we are going in with the e.l.f. sponge. You guys know I am obsessed with this sponge. I love it so much. They say you could use it wet or dry, but please spend the extra 2 seconds. And just go wet it, because it gets so big and soft. And I feel like this sponge is really porous, and I feel like that might sound bad to some of you guys, but I love how it blends out products. It's a really sheer layer. So let's go in with a little bit more and see if it's buildable. These types of products are not meant to be foundation, so I'm not trying to build it up to be that, but I definitely want to see, like, is it going to be similar to my e.l.f. Halo Glow? Side by side, L'Oreal Lumi Glotion in shade medium on this side, and we have nothing on this side. So you can see, if you're looking straight on, it definitely did cover up the redness and like these little spots I have. I don't even know what to call this because they're not raised. But anyways, it covered that up. You can definitely still see my skin showing through, like my redness around my nose. But that's typically why I like to spot conceal with these sort of products. I will say that this has less coverage than e.l.f. Halo Glow, so keep that in mind. I love my cat. Duh. I love my cat, but he's being so needy right now. He wants to go in, he wants to go out. He wants to go in, he wants to go out. And if you have a cat, you can't just wait. When they want to leave the room, you need to let them leave the room or they will harass you. So I have gotten up, maybe, not even kidding, 6 times since I started filming, and I haven't even put foundation on my face yet. This, I am loving how this is looking on my face. It feels literally like a lotion, and you cannot tell me I look like I need to be transported from LA to Hawaii immediately. Like, I look like my skin, I'm ready for a tropical vacation, and it matches my tan so good. I mentioned her in the last video. Her name is Alyssa. She used this Milani Conceal and Perfect, but she mixed it with a milky toner and it looked so good on her face. But we're just gonna try this by itself today. This is in the shade 04 Light Warm. I'm actually going to warm up the top like this a little bit because sometimes when you go straight in with a stick primer, it can kind of take off all that skin prep that you did underneath. I do also want to mix it with a milky toner, and I thought I had my Bioma one, but I think I gave it away because it was kind of irritating my skin, and I have so many makeup products that I was like, I can't just keep hoarding. It's called the Blur Out Skin Tint. So it's supposed to be blurring. I think it's supposed to be like light to medium buildable coverage, and I was correct. I was absolutely correct. This looks gorgeous. Since we have so much dewy skin prep underneath, it's not super matte, but it definitely did take down the glow. Like, look at this whole area right here. This looks like glass skin on this side, and then with the skin tint, I feel like it looks like glass skin, but with a nice like veil over top. Okay, this is what I have been waiting for this whole time. I kind of already dug into them, but I haven't tried them yet. These are the new Morphe bronzers. If you guys are loyal OG followers, you know that I've talked about the Morphe 2 Sun and Done Smooth Glide Bronzing Stick Bronzer forever. It's literally almost empty. This one is in the shade Sand Beach, and my first thought was, are these just the Morphe Sun and Done bronzers repackaged? Because they are the exact same packaging. So we have 6 different shades. They're $15 and they are already available. Here is called Flicker. This is the lightest shade. First impressions, very smooth, very, very smooth. This is the shade Ignite, Sudden Heat, Sizzle, and Smolder. Here are all of the new Morphe bronzer sticks swatched from lightest to darkest. Now these are cream bronzers, so they're meant to be more warm tone. Some of them are going to have some orangey undertones, specifically this shade, which is Spark. I think I called it Sudden Heat, but it's actually the shade Spark, is definitely the warmest of the two. Watching them, I'm going to go in with the shade Ignite, which is the second darkest shade, as you can see. It's because they're so creamy, I feel like they're going to blend out. Using my favorite brush, this is the Makeup by Mario F4. How many of you guys picked this up during the Sephora sale? This is such a good brush. And you guys saw that just blended into my skin so perfectly. Again, girl, I think that skin prep, I think we did something. I think we cracked the code with the skin prep because everything that's going on top of my skin is looking absolutely fabulous. Like, it's looking high end and it's drugstore. The next thing that I picked from the sale is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This is in the shade Maybelline. I mentioned that I actually have this concealer in the shade Custard, but it's way too dark for me. I just thought because every beauty guru used the shade Custard that I would also be the shade Custard. Well, I'm not, okay? Even this kind of might be a little too dark for me. I think I'm gonna blend this out right away because I'm not sure if this is going to dry down or not. I haven't used NARS Creamy Radiant in so long, and I would hate for this to be like super matte and dry on my under eyes, especially because we use the Milani Blur skin tint. I don't want too much matte. I know I said we need a good balance, but not too much. This concealer looks amazing under my eyes. You guys have to let me know down in the comments. Does this look a little too yellow for me? I feel like I would want a shade a bit brighter, especially in person. I feel like on camera, it's looking really good. Like, it's like a nice neutral color for my face. But for me personally, I think I want one shade lighter than Maybelline. I have already decided that we're gonna do 2 concealers. We're gonna try both of them out. So this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. And you guys know it has like this spongy tip. I've never used this before, and this is such an OG product. Like, I cannot believe that I've never tried this before. It does look a little bit yellow. You know what? Both of these concealers look very similar in shade. This is the shade 115. I don't know how full coverage this is, and I don't know what kind of effect it's gonna give, so I think we're just gonna go straight in. It definitely feels more lightweight. It doesn't feel as heavy as the NARS Creamy Radiant. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if that's just because it's a lighter shade, but this is definitely more full coverage than the NARS side. This is giving me a lot of brightness, and it's very, very lightweight. Like, I could barely feel this on the skin. It feels more like a serum concealer. I added a little bit of this concealer on this side to even everything out. I am obsessed. Like, I cannot believe that I have not tried this concealer earlier. I don't know what it is. I think it's the packaging that made me think like it wasn't going to be an actual concealer. Hello. It's amazing. And I feel like that color 115 is perfect for me, and it's so lightweight. I am obsessed. We are going to try a new shade in the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Suave Mauve, and I mentioned that I thought this was going to be similar to Rare Beauty and Courage. I'm not sure if it actually is because I don't have that shade, so I don't know what made me think that. I felt like it looked super pigmented at first, but it definitely did blend out. It almost has like a gel sort of finish. It just looks so pretty, and as you guys can see, nothing is coming up underneath. That is literally just dew. I love the bronzer so much that I actually did add a little bit of this over my nose contour, because something about these Morphe bronzers mixed with the Milani Skin Tint on my nose, scary. It looks really scary. Looks amazing on my cheeks. I'm gonna back up so you guys can see what it looks like from a distance. It's definitely more pink. I don't know why, looking at this, I thought it was gonna be a bit more purpley. So let's do a second coat. I'm actually gonna let it sit down for a second. Sometimes with these blushes, I feel like if you let it sit, they just blend better, and then the pigment comes out true to tone. Am I losing my mind, or does this look really pink? I don't know why in my head I thought this was gonna be more brown. We get to move into bronzer. I cannot wait to put this on my face. This is the Laura Mercier Bronze Color Infusion. Tell me this doesn't look so beautiful and gorgeous. So we have a bronze side and then more of like a shimmery glow side. I have not heard anybody talk about this bronzer. Please let me know down below in the comments if there's an influencer that's like obsessed with this, because I think I'm going to love this, and I hope that I can finally put a product on the map. Actually, I feel like I've done that before, but I want to be able to put like a bronzer on the map. Also, yeah. Okay, this blush is looking insane. It's very pigmented. I mean, I'm not sure what I was expecting because it definitely is a deeper shade, but I just really was not prepared for it to be, look at my cheeks. Love. First of all, I love the undertone. I feel like it's already making the tone of my bronzer more neutral rather than orange, and I love that. I'm just taking my favorite Morphe M201 brush, and I'm dipping honestly in between both of them, and it's a very light, what does it smell like? Oh, I thought it smelled like chocolate. Oh, almost has a slight hint of rose, I think. It gave a glow, but not too much of a glow. Like, it doesn't look shimmery, and I feel like when I go outside, it's not going to be glittery. It almost kind of gave like a blurred finish. That for the price, they really gave us packaging. Like, it's magnetic, it's sleek, it has the LM on top. I feel like it's almost giving Chanel. Like, I don't know. I love this. I love this. This looks so pretty. The 24-hour brow lamination from L'Oreal. First of all, the spoolie on this looks so nice. Looks so nice and small. I feel like it's really going to grab my brow hairs. So I just filled in my brows a little bit with some powder. I love filling in my brows with powder. And then I concealed the bottom of them. I think I'm gonna do a few light layers instead of like one heavy layer at once. I love the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Gel. This feels a lot thinner. We are going to have to test this like throughout the day though, and actually see if it keeps my brows up. Ooh, it definitely has a little bit of resistance, like when I'm running the brush through my brows. Brow gel is super thin and it doesn't feel hard or crunchy. Honestly, I might like this better than the Maybelline Super Lock. This definitely has more of like a thicker gel sort of texture. So if you guys have harder brows, like harder to groom brows, I think you might like this. But if you have fine brows like me and you don't need all that, like you don't need a really thick brow gel, this might be the one. The NYX Epic Ink Liner, you guys have heard me talk about this, but I got the shade Milk Chocolate, which is a deeper brown shade. So you guys know I rave about this bottom shade right here, which is Graham Cracker. Well, I picked up Milk Chocolate, which is a deeper brown shade, and I have been testing lashes. Yes, I am still testing lashes for my brand, you guys. I get comments like here and there about them, and sometimes when I wear a really good pair that I'm testing, people will ask about them, and I just can't say anything. The NYX Epic Ink Liners are a brush tip liner. If you've never tried them, they're very inky and they're very easy to work with. This shade I actually just put on this eye. I'm doing it on this eye. I feel like they're just pigmented enough without being too pigmented, because sometimes if you have a liner that's too pigmented, it's just way too hard to work with and it goes all over the place. This is like the perfect mix. I know you guys saw this one coming. I picked up another tube of the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Big Deal Mascara. My eyelashes have already been curled from earlier today, but if you have never seen the wand, it's like a plasticky sort of flexible wand, as you guys can see, so it moves with your eyes and it doesn't hurt. Have a hard time keeping a curl on your lashes like I do. My lashes are naturally straight. I feel like you might not believe me because I always come on camera with my lashes curled. I feel like curling your lashes just gives your face such a boost, but my lashes are naturally straight. So if this holds a curl with my naturally straight lashes, it'll be good for everybody. This is a really good beginner mascara too, because it's not too wet. So when you apply it on your lashes, it actually sticks. If you've ever used a mascara that's too wet and it just kind of like, it's too inky and then your lashes fall, it's too much, this is the perfect like building mascara. Literally, look at that. Look at my lashes. Hello. They're so pretty. This is actually from my Sephora sale haul, so you will see it in my Sephora haul, but they sell Fenty at Ulta too, and I have been dying. I literally have been holding myself back every day not to use this. This is the Diamond Balm, and you guys know I use the shade How Many Carats every day on my eyes. It's the more silvery one. Okay, well, I got the gold pink shift. The formula of this, I don't know what they did, but it looks like you are sparkling from within your skin. Like, it's not like the glitter is sitting on top of your eyes. It's beautiful. It's so reflective, because as much as I love the Diamond Balm one, it definitely is more like a silver undertone, and I wanted something that had like pink gold sparkle in it. I'm gonna be honest, why do I feel like the silver one is more sparkly? True Match blush in the shade Tender Rose, and this has a little bit of sheen to it. I don't know if you guys can see, it's very subtle, but you guys know I just picked up the L'Oreal Infallible bronzer and I have been obsessed with it. The formula is so beautiful. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on because I don't want to go overboard. I already have so much blush on. Ooh, okay, you definitely can see the sparkles. I don't know if you could see it on camera, but in person, you can definitely see the sparkles on your face. I'm not mad at it because I love that, but keep that in mind just in case you don't like to see sparkles on your face. But so far, this looks really pretty, and I feel like it almost blurred this area, which I love. I'm just gonna add a little bit under my nose, clean up underneath my bronzer, because I feel like I brought it down a little too low, specifically on this side. Before we move into my lip combo, I've been doing a little bit of lower lash mascara only on like the outer corner, not even like a full half of my eye. It's literally like this portion of my eye. I've been doing lower lash mascara and I really like it, especially in photos. I think it looks so cute. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like my eyes look like a butterfly when I put mascara on the bottom. Now, I literally lost the Makeup Talk liner that I got at Ulta. So I'm going to show you guys the combo that I was wearing in my last video because everybody loved it. This is the Maybelline liner, Big Lifter liner in the shade, wait, what shade is this in? I think this is in Big Lift. So these are very pigmented. You have to be careful. I'm using the lightest pressure, you guys. And you want to be careful not to go over your lips too many times with this lip liner because it's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury in that it will get chunky over time. But with that being said, they're very long lasting. So I love that aspect, but you just kind of have to learn how to work with them. Just be very gentle, very light-handed. Purpley, it has a little bit of neutral in it, and it's not too intense. I don't like a bright pink lip liner, especially on myself. Like, I want it to look like my lips but deeper, but also a little bit of brown. I don't want pink anywhere in there. That's why I love Makeup by Mario Smoky Pink so much, because it has neutral in it. I'm just gonna use this to kind of define the edges because that's what I did last time. Okay, and for the two glosses that I used the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluronic Lip Oil. I've talked about these before, specifically this shade, which is a lighter shade, Milky New, but I used this one recently. It's called Worth It. It's more of a like your lips but better shade. It's not too pigmented. I know it looks really intense, but I promise it just gives life to your lips. And then I added on top this Kiko Milano. I got this online at Ulta. It's in the shade Tutu Rose. I feel like it just tones it down a little bit so it's not too like pink in your face. And then last but not least, we need to set this face. So I picked this up. This was at the Grab and Go. It's only $5, you guys. It's so small and cute. This is the Face Glue Setting Spray. You guys know I love the primer. I talked about it in my last drugstore video. Well, now we have the setting spray, and it also looks like it has some rice something, I don't know, some sort of powder in there. I'm actually trying to get it to mix up, but it seems like it's kind of stuck at the bottom. Let's set this face. I'm scared for the spritzer, but let's just do it. Oh. Okay. Spritzer seems to be pointy. There's like a stream. There's like a stream right in the middle that was hitting my face. Okay. I think this is supposed to be a long-lasting setting spray, transfer-resistant setting spray. Ooh, I love that. Yes. I need transfer proof because, like I say, in all my videos, I touch my forehead so much and I love using glowy products. So I need something that's really going to like slick it down. Honestly, did that make me a little glowier? I also did add some of that Fenty glitter to my chest. And I think I want to do a little bit on my cheeks right here, like the high points, because that's normally what I do with the silver one, just because I love going outside and feeling like a fairy. Something about this formula, it's different than the other one. Let me know down below if you guys have both and you know what I'm talking about. It's not the same. The Ulta sale went crazy. I love Ulta. You guys know this. Ulta, listen, I love Sephora too. I love all makeup, the makeup and beauty industry, but something about Ulta just has my heart. And also it was 20% off for everybody, whereas Sephora, it was tiered. I did a huge haul. There was a few products that I didn't use in today's video. This Kylie lip glaze, which I'm gonna use in the next video. And then I have to find that e.l.f. primer and the Morphe lip liner because I have no idea where that went. It has to be like at the bottom of my car. So let's talk about like huge hits from today. Honestly, okay, it's backwards. This, whatever is in this, I feel like prepped my makeup so good, and it wasn't oily. You know, like to get that glass skin look, sometimes you have to layer a lot of products and then your makeup ends up looking oily on top. This was like the hydration was coming from within, and it literally plumped my face, like my forehead. Even now it looks like I just got Botox, and I haven't got Botox in months. It's for sure all gone. So I love this. Loved the Lumi Glotion. Do you remember how it looked with just this on my face? I think with just this on my face and my favorite mascara, oh yeah, that's like a summer staple, like Hawaii staple. I need these two together. The bronzer was another huge hit. I knew as soon as I swatched this, I was going to be obsessed with it. I knew I needed it in my collection. It's so smooth, and I feel like it reflects its price point. Yes, it's expensive, but it looks expensive on the face too. I love. Honestly, there's nothing in here that I was really disappointed in, and that's on drugstore makeup. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you guys had fun hanging out with me and trying all this new makeup from the Ulta haul, make sure you guys click the like button. I never tell you guys to do this. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.